Magic. Getting people to work together is magic. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of disaster, the wind when it's upside down, the wind when it's favorable and unfavorable. The same wind blows on us all. The economic wind, the social wind, the political wind. The same wind blows on everybody. The same wind blows on us all. The difference in where you arrive in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. The same difference in arrival, the economic wind, the blowing of the wind, the sad wind. The same wind blows on everybody. The same wind blows on us all. The difference in where you arrive in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. And that's what learning is all about. Set a better sail this year than last year. Set a better sail. The first 6 years of my economic life, I wound up broke. Second 6 years, I wound up rich. It's where you arrive in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. It was my philosophy. Set a better sail. Set of the sail of better thinking, correcting the errors of the past, picking up new disciplines. In my economic life, I wound up broke. Second 6 years, I wound up rich. That's all I had to do at the end of the first 6 years. Correct the errors of the past, and then pick up some new disciplines with the sail of better thinking, correcting the errors of the second 6 years was totally different than the first 6 of my working years. And guess who can do that? Anybody. You can keep on the same path for the next couple of years as you have the past 2. But if you wish to, and maybe everything's okay for you and you don't need to. And guess who can do that? But if you need to make some changes, if you wish to keep on the same path for the next couple of years, I'm telling you, you can start doing it today, so that the next 2 years will be drastically different than the last 2. For you and you don't need to. The same wind blows. But if you need to make some changes, and anybody who wishes to do that can. I'm telling you, you can do it between ages 40 and 43. You can do it between ages 13 and 15. You can do it between ages 60 and 62. Any 5 years.
What's going on? What's going on, folks? We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Man, this is an opportunity for you guys to send a quick message out to your teams. I'm getting an echo. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. There it goes. Got it. All right, what's going on, folks? What's going on, everyone? I had a couple of different platforms going live, and I welcome each and every one of you guys. Our YouTube page, our Facebook. We're going to get some stuff jumping off on TikTok. I got to get up to 500 followers. I'm trying to master this social media thing. I heard that's where everybody hang out at. So, hey, if you can't beat them, join them. But welcome, guys, to our Tuesday evening next level training. This is Coach Ben coming at you. 1 second while I get everything locked in again. Hold here. It's on this screen. Got too many screens jumping off. How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing well? There we go. And put this here, and that there, and that there, and there we go. All right, cool beans. So we are live, guys. Welcome, everybody. Just got to maneuver the game around, make sure all the cards are lined up. But guys, real quick, I want to encourage everybody. We got a great training lined up. On Tuesdays, we keep this bottled up very tight. This is a very, 30 minutes. I'll open it up a little bit later on for some Q&A if necessary, but I keep this real tight, guys. I want to welcome everybody on our platforms. While I play this video, it's a powerful video by one of our very own Mr. John C. Maxwell. I want to encourage everybody to send out messages, remind your teams, let's get them into this training. So we'll be getting started now.
Performing on the biggest stage in
after
the
this
world
commercial.
was just one step in my journey. Hi, I'm
Hi, we're going to talk about problem solving today. My name is John Maxwell. Welcome to Minute with Maxwell. We're in a series of teaching on problem solving principles, and I'm going to give you number 4 right now, and that is create momentum. When you have a problem, one of the best ways to make it disappear, now this is really important, especially if you have any kind of a leadership role, is for you to create momentum, because what I discovered is momentum solves problems. Now, not every problem. There are some problems that momentum can't solve, but 80% you can solve with momentum. And here's what I mean by that. Momentum has energy. Momentum exaggerates things in a positive way. If a train is going down a track at 55 miles an hour, and on that track is a 5-foot thick concrete steel reinforced barrier, that train with 55 miles an hour of momentum will hit that barrier and knock it out and just keep on going. Now, why was that problem smashed? It was smashed because that train had momentum. That momentum carried it through the problem. Same train, same tracks. If you put just a real little, a 1-inch block of wood in front of the driving wheels of that train, but because the train has no momentum, guess what? That train can't even get started. Now, isn't it interesting? A 1-inch block without momentum can keep the train from moving. A 5-foot thick concrete steel reinforced wall with momentum is smashed. It's not the size of your problem that's your problem. It's the size of your momentum. And the more that you increase momentum, the more that you and I can begin to solve problems. In fact, I learned a long time ago in business, managers try to solve problems. What do leaders do? Leaders, they try to create momentum. So the next time you have a problem, ask yourself, what's positive about this? What is a takeaway out of here that's going to create a little bit of momentum that will be able to attack this problem head on and be able maybe to knock it down? Create some momentum. It won't solve all your problems, but it will solve a lot of them. I'm glad you joined me today on Minute with Maxwell.
And that's powerful, guys. Powerful, powerful. Momentum is nothing more powerful than big Mo. If you guys love that, man, give me some fire emojis, because that right there is amazing. I mean, think about this, guys. And I want to apologize. Let me show you why I'm not going live. I'm in the disco room. My wife got a disco ball, and it's all blurry and quite interesting. So I'd rather just keep the camera off. I'm in her office today. But yeah, listen, guys, momentum is easy. It's hard to get, but easy to lose. Write that down, please. It's hard to get, but easy to lose. Momentum makes a average leader look amazing. Without momentum, it makes an amazing leader look average. Momentum is everything, guys, especially in the business model that we love, network marketing. So one of the key things we always have to be looking at is how can we create and sustain momentum inside of our organizations. And that's the art. That's the art. So one of the things, and there's many different ways you could go about doing it. Building a culture, creating that environment. That's one of the things that we strive to do on an ongoing basis. But one of the other ways of creating momentum is mastering the skill set of launching an individual's business. Bringing people in and helping them to launch their businesses in a very duplicatable way. And I'm gonna prove to you guys what I feel is one of the most powerful tools, systems Whereas if we simply implement, it doesn't matter what company you're in, what organization, we got many different folks who listen to my content. I'm blessed for that. And I want to make this environment is now turned into a neutral environment. Hopefully you guys respect that space there, because I am passionate about helping individuals become entrepreneurs. I'm so very passionate about the space of entrepreneurship, network marketing. So no matter which company you're repping, this training in launching your business, professionals launch their businesses, amateurs start their businesses, is absolutely critical. So let's jump into a slide presentation I put together today, and I'm gonna break down one method of operation. If you implement this into your business, you will control your growth and be able to scale your growth. Write this down. It's not what works, it's what duplicates. Understand this, guys. Success in this business is having a lot, and I'm throwing a lot of notes out there. I hope you're picking up what I'm laying down. Success in this business, in this industry, is having a lot of people do a few simple things for a long period of time, even when you're not around. Because the ultimate goal is that you create you one, become a leader. Okay, you're showing up. You passed you passed the leadership, you passed the show up test. So as we look and see who's here, that shows those who are leaders that they have some leaders up and coming, because leaders show up. That's the first test. Understand that, guys. But then stepping in and saying, hey, I want to lead. I want to grab my team. I want to implement these systems. And then that's when you take control and grab that steering wheel and drive that growth in your organization, guys. Starting your business versus launching your business. I thought that was going to come out a little bit bigger. Building this type of business is way easier and more effective when you build it fast than it is to build it slow. Understand that, guys. When you have folks who say, I want to just, take my time and really move slow and steady. Slow and steady doesn't win the race over here. Slow and steady will get you ran over. Slow and steady will get you left behind. You have to move quickly inside this space so that you can create momentum. Guys, this is a momentum business, and the faster it is built, the easier it is to create and maintain momentum. So here's a question I want to ask you. If your goal is to present your opportunity to 20 individuals, 20 people, which following strategy would you say is best? Sit down with and present each 20 individuals one-on-one throughout 20 days, or invite all 20 of them into 1 hour presentation one day? What would you say would be the answer to that? Answer number one or answer number two? Put it in the comments, guys. Answer number one or answer number two? Answer number one or answer number two? Awesome, awesome. We got some twos. We got some twos. We have some smart people amongst us. Exactly. Obviously, it's number two. But why? Why is that? Let's talk about the why. So one of the key things is, what going into the number two is having everybody in 1 hour is it saves you 19 hours of your time through leverage. See, guys, we're not in the business just one of our most precious commodities is time. We want to steal our time back, get our life back. Freedom is time freedom, financial freedom. So you got 19 hours back into your pocket. All right. Not only that, It compresses time frames so you can make more faster, okay? Creating a story. It creates synergy by building the waves of people. So now instead of trying to bring on one person and then two and then three, and by the time you get to your four, your one quit, and then I mean it's easier and it creates more synergy and growth when you just force that momentum and have it where you have that synergy and you're teaching leverage to those you recruit in the process, which is absolutely everything we do duplicates. So we want to teach this system to our organizations, and your business will grow exponentially instead of by addition. We're talking about multiplying. Understand this, guys. We want to multiply, not add. So one of the key things we want to be able to do is have the launch party system implemented into our business, guys. One of the most powerful systems, method of operations is a private business reception, a launch party, a wealth party. I don't care what you call it, gathering people up in a Zoom or in your room and having an overview is one of the most powerful methods of operation in this business called network marketing. Now, of course, in getting them into a weekly meeting and everything, but the culture's changed a lot. People don't come out and go to hotels as much as they used to. Maybe that'll come back, but folks will get into a Zoom. Understand this, guys. Folks will get it, come to your home still. And we got some folks who's ramping that back up again. But guys, a launch party. Let me break this thing down to you, and we're gonna go about our business and open up our calendars and book some launch parties. Guys, this is the fastest way to get to the bag. Enforces duplication throughout the team is scheduling launch parties. Guys, have your grand opening within 72 hours, no longer than a week, so you can get your first 3 new members and then have them book their launch parties to duplicate the process over and 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 over again. Non-stop duplication. This is how you max out a comp plan. And once we really lock in and buy into that as a culture, game over. This is how we fill in the structure. 3x3s or 5x5s, it doesn't matter. Whatever your goal is, scheduling your launch party is going to get you there. Mastering your calendar will eventually bring predictable results to your business. You'll eventually develop an enrollment ratio per launch. And this is what I need you to understand, guys. Once you master your calendar, so right now, here we are, what is it, the 20th, 18th of the month? What's your calendar looking like? According to Eric Worre, you look at your calendar for the next 30 days, is it full? If not, you need to fill it with all of the things that you need to do to build your business. And I say you need to fill it with launch parties. Guys, let's do some math real quick. I want y'all to understand the numbers, because numbers don't lie, people do. And this is what I need you to understand. If you really grab onto this and do the math, so one of the things Jim Rohn, you guys know, I love Jim Rohn. He said is a batting average. You know, once you do things over and over and over again, you start to build a ratio. Understand this. And so now you have a predictable result that can take place where you know that you can start to say, you know, every time I do a private business reception or have a launch party, they're all the same. I intertwine the language together. I usually get about 2 to 3 recruits coming in to the business. Some of you 1, some of you 5. And bottom line is you'll begin to get an average on your amount of people you bring into the business. So let's just say you get 2 recruits per launch party, your LP. And then you go out and let's say you get $30 for each recruit you bring on board. I just threw this number out as a generic number. If you have 5 launch parties a week, you do 2 during the week, do one on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock, one on a Thursday at 7 o'clock, and then do 2 on a Saturday and one on a Sunday night. And you're leading this. You're not, for you and your team. That's 10 recruits based on your ratio. 10 times 30, that's $300 that you forced into your business that week. Not bad. And then, of course, depending on your company, those numbers can be a whole lot bigger. Understand that. Along with bonuses, there's companies that you bring on 6 recruits, you get bonuses. And I mean, that's how you start getting those bonuses. You got to drive the activities so you can get the necessary results that we're looking for inside of our businesses, guys. And then, of course, if you teach and have 20 launch parties throughout your month, that's 40 recruits, $1,200 based on just the recruits that you have. You brought on 40 recruits by simply doing launch parties. But here's what I need you to understand. That's predictable. That's predictable because right now, what is your prediction in terms of the close of the month? I need you to really, let's have surgery right now. Let's have true counsel. Because if you are not doing predictable activities that brings predictable results, then you have no clue how you're going to conclude the month. It's just whatever. Whoever comes in, whatever comes in, I don't know. And you can't open up your calendar and say, okay, within my personal calendar, I have 6 lined up for the week or for the rest of the month, and my team has 20, 30, 40, 100 lined up for the rest of the month. And then based on that, you literally can estimate what type of money, recruits, results, growth you will have in your business. Think about that. I mean, this is how, and I say this in my trainings, and this, if it would, hopefully it registers where if you go to a dentist, I had to go to the doctors today. It was an emergency visit, but usually when you go into a doctor's office, they don't let you leave without scheduling your next appointment. When you go to a dentist, you don't leave until you schedule a next appointment because they know the power of that calendar. When you go to a hairstylist or a barber, you don't leave until you schedule your next appointment, or you may not get back in that chair. And now the barber, I used to have a hair salon, and I knew when we opened up the books, we could predict the amount of money that was coming into the business. And I need you to understand that's the same way we can build our business here in the network marketing space as well. Our calendar is our friend. Now, if you teach other leaders to duplicate this, think about this, guys. Let's say you're doing those 20 launch parties, but then you train and teach 10 other leaders to come up and start doing their own 20 launch parties. Oh my goodness, you changed the game now. Because now with those 20 launch parties from 10 different leaders, we're talking about what, 200 launch parties? That's 400 on 2 recruits out of each one. That's 400 recruits for the month. At $30 in overrides, that's $12,000 you can get in overrides. Do you see why it's so powerful and so necessary to truly drive and treat your business like a business, a business has to be predictable. One book that I love, it changed my life when I had my commercial cleaning company. I'm just an avid, that's when I first started reading. I recommend everyone pick this book up. It's called E-Myth by Michael Gerber. E-Myth by Michael Gerber. He came out with a revised copy. Either one is good. But he was in that book, he speaks on systems. He said a business without systems, he said you must build a business where you can sell it. You don't want to create a business named after you. He said you don't want a business solely relying on you, because a business should be built to be sold. Whether you sell it or not is irrelevant, but you should be building it. This business, this model, you can literally sell this business model. If you are making a few $100,000 or a few $1,000s a month, you can make a few $100,000 if someone wanted to buy your position, if you have systems in place. You know what? Nobody wants to buy a position, and then once they buy it, it crumbles. So I just want you to understand that having a system, having predictability is absolutely imperative. Now, one of the things in building forward, and this is just some quick housekeeping, and then we're out of here, guys. Staying in that 30-minute time frame. When you're building and launching your business, no list, no business. I actually meant to pull this slide. Don't prejudge anybody, guys. Qualify your list. Professional sort, not convince. Move through your list with urgency. Guys, you want to run through your warm market, get into the cold market, but if you're running and working through your if you're working the launch call system, you're going to stay inside of a warm market because you're working with your teams. Now, of course, you want to be bringing on your own new people. That's where you learn new ways of marketing once you exhaust your warm market. But you'll be busy inside of your team, but you don't want to strictly go into management mode. You always want to be opening up new legs and things of that nature. We trained on that the other day. Phase 1, and then you got phase 2, management, and then phase 3, destruction. The way you avoid phase 3 is to avoid phase 2, and that's by staying in phase 1. So guys, here's the key thing. When you're launching, you're having a launch party. This is so powerful, and I want you to get it. Launch parties are designed for each distributor to do separately. And everybody's going to do what they do. I was taught and trained that when people combine their launch parties, it becomes the person who you're launching hides behind a big team. Now, we can certainly have a launch party and have folks come in and support them as a filler, but we don't want it where everybody is coming in and the person who's trying to present or supposed to be inviting their guests brings nobody because they're hiding behind a big team being involved. So one of the key things is if you want it to be for that prospect only, we don't recommend several distributors combining onto the call. This is done each with usually getting a few guests and getting small results. By personalizing a launch call, it gives a new person a chance to really invite all their friends, family, and colleagues into one informal and intimate setting where they feel comfortable, they feel relaxed, it's more intimate. you're presenting and incorporating their names. You know, man, we're so excited. We've got Mr. Jameson here, and he invited you here because he wanted you to see this. And you know, I asked him who does he know who are sharp, motivated individuals. He thought of you, so send a quick text to him right now because he could have invited anybody but you. So that's where that intimate, private business reception launch party. A couple of teammates come in there to help fill in the space, but you want to make sure that a new person, that's their launch party. Now, the date and time is set, usually within 72 hours, no later than the first week. Always invite 3 times the amount of people that you expect to actually show up to the Zoom. Invite and confirm 30 to get 10. The purpose of these calls is to create excitement and to share your business opportunity with many people as quickly as possible. And you want to treat your party, your Zoom, with major urgency and importance, guys. Treat this serious because this is a major way. If you treat it serious, your team would treat it serious. If you treat it serious, the people you bring on will treat it serious. If they realize and understand this is a serious method of operation that we implement, and you show up on time, we do it professional, we do it, I mean, like a well orchestrated machine, man, that's going to duplicate. And then when we schedule their private business receptions, their launch parties, they'll be wanting to do it because they're like, man, that went nice. That was awesome. That was fun. I want to do mine. When can I do one of those? Understand this. Here's a quick invite script. Hey, John, it's Ben. Listen, I don't know if you knew this, but I needed a change. So I've been investigating businesses that might excite me. I ran across a business expert who has turned me on to something pretty big. And guys, this is just an idea. Use your voice, use your language. You just say, John, I just got involved with the opportunity. You know, I'm tired of being broke, and I found a way to get out of this rut. I need you to come to an event, whatever you want to say. But and the ability to do so while having some quality time and freedom. The person I met is going to be talk about this on a private launch party tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And he asked me to invite some sharp people that I know, love, and care about to listen in. I thought of you. You've got to come hear this information and see what's going on. And so you want to get on a call within 30 minutes, grab a pen. I want to write this Zoom down. And then always ask them, I should have changed that up a little bit. Can I count on you to show up? Great. Log in a few minutes early. See you there. Put it into your own words, guys. Just be excited, be passionate, be fired up. Use your why. Man, I got involved because I have my kids. I want to make sure they are set. I want to put them into private schools. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, whatever it is. But that is how you get people to support you. You must master your why. And it has to be something you can use in your story. All right? Now, you got folks showing up. It's one thing to get people to show up, but it's then the most important thing is to get people to sign up. So you got to be professional. So when you want to get into your event 10, 15 minutes early, guys. One of the most biggest pet peeves is when folks are late for their own party. Who does that? You don't want to be late for your own party, guys. So you want to show up early. You want to welcome and greet your folks as they're showing up and be excited. Man, we're going to get started in just a few moments. Please, please, please don't tell people I'm waiting for about 30, 40 people to show up, guys. So please stand by. We're gonna sit here and wait. No, if it's just you and one other person and you're expert, then so be it. Okay? Don't predict how many people are going to show up. Don't say I'm expecting a whole bunch of people, but yes, please be there early. Hey, we're going to get started in a few moments at the top of the hour. And then once they're coming in, make sure everyone renames themselves. You don't want to have a bunch of iPhones and Galaxy J7s. I'm picking on whoever that is in the chat. You don't want to have all those folks. You want to identify who's present. So allow them to rename themselves. And if they're in a intimate or a professional environment, encourage them to turn on their cameras. But that's kind of tricky because, man, it's a powerful thing when the camera's on, but at the same time, it could be a very big distraction. So if you can coach folks and make sure they're paying attention and they're looking in the camera and they don't have that fan running around in the back of them and all that stuff, then yes, turn on your cameras so it's a more intimate environment. Tell them that you're so glad that they can join in and that their presentation will start at the designated time, usually at the top of the hour. And then when the time comes, share your excitement, share your why, and then edify and introduce your speaker. Don't come off of mute until this speaker brings you back on. Very, very important, guys. Let me run through this quickly. Now, everyone, I'm so glad that you took 30 minutes out of your time to join my private launch. Take a snapshot of this, guys. It will, you will thank me a little bit later. I promise you. I want to introduce you to Mr. Parker, who is leading the global expansion of this powerful company, who knows all the facts and knows how to make massive money in this arena and loves to help people. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Mr. Parker. Get out of the way. All right. And then when the overview is all over and said and done, you come back on and simply thank the expert and then thank your guest, because the expert is going to tell your guests to get signed up, lock in a position. You should be texting whoever the host is right now and saying, I'm in, I want all the money, I want some of the money, I'm a one, I'm a two, whatever it is, and getting locked in. And then when it's all said and done, you want to say, hey, listen, guys, I want to thank you again and just be excited for the presenter. And then simply say, listen, guys, let's lock in. Be yourself, be passionate, and close the deal with your words in that regards. You want to convince them that they don't want to have you leave them behind. Listen, I want to thank you guys for coming in. I truly appreciate you guys supporting me. I'm so excited about this thing. I'm about to take it to a whole nother level. Call me now, text me. Matter of fact, text me and I'll call you in the order of the texts coming in. First come, first serve. We'll lock in your positions. This thing is absolutely amazing. Again, thank you so very much, Mr. Fernandez. I'll talk to you guys later on. Have a blessed evening. Click, get off the line. Get off the line. I'm not one for opening it up for questions, because there will be that one negative person who will make everybody else think negative. That's just me. That's what I've experienced a few times. All I had to experience it was once. I was always taught, and even in live events, when you sit next to your guest at a live event, what did you like best about what you heard? Man, I don't know. I don't think I like this at all. Get them out the damn room. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. A negative apple can destroy the whole basket. If they don't like it, let them go. Come back in and work with your other guests. In this case here, because it's not in a controlled environment, everybody, keyboard excited and brave behind a screen. I refuse to open up a camera and mess up other people's money, or open up the mic and mess up other people's money. I don't know. You do what you feel that you think is best, but I think sometimes when you open it up and you got folks, going down a rabbit hole, can mess up folks' money. So with that being said, guys, hey, we are at the bottom of the hour. Hold for 1 second. I'll open it up in this environment to answer any questions if we have any. But first, let me stop the recording. 1 second, everyone. All right.